शुभ दोष है Hello, people. Good morning, people. Hello, guys. Satvik, Lokesh, Sahid, Aro, and Sadia. Am I audible, guys?
Sir, good afternoon. You are audible.
Hello, guys. Lokesh replied to me. What about others?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Hello. So let's wait for a few more minutes. We'll start. Okay, it's already 2:15. So I guess we can start. We have 5 online people, only 5 today, and 3 offline. Okay. So guys, what about yesterday's research? People, yesterday's research. I asked you to do a research upon.
NLP, GitHub, and Render, sir.
Sorry, Lokesh, I couldn't get you.
Sir, it's all about Render, GitHub, and NLP, sir.
No, that's what I thought you. I asked you people to do a research, right? How to extract text from PDF. Yes, Nasir. Good morning or good afternoon. No, no. खत्म बंदा वो बुके हुआ था मर गया मुंह पे मारे तो और लाल होया था पूरा नाक पे मुंह पे हम क्या क्या मार के भाग गए वो मर जाना Okay. Guys, yesterday's research, what happened about that? Did anyone of you do anything? Yes, I
Sir,
asked you to explore.
we can directly
Mhm.
copy from the PDF and extract into paste, or else uh, we can divide the words into tokenization and later we can transform
See,
the text format.
a person is going to upload PDF. Then who is going to copy paste that?
Sir, a user.
No, user is only going to put his resume into it. That's it. His PDF. Then who is going to copy paste? Should we have a technical person who will always sit in front of the screen, check whether they are receiving your resume or not? If they are getting a resume, should they copy paste? Should we hire someone for this job?
Sir, acknowledgement.
Hmm?
Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement.
I didn't get you.
Sir, acknowledgement, sir.
Acknowledgement. What acknowledgement?
Sir, like after sending our what like PDF or resume, we will keep a delivered message to the HR or research person that we have posted our resume or PDF, whatever file we are posting there.
See, Lokesh, let's say you have an application which is doing what this thing about you will upload your resume. You're selling this platform. Let's say you're selling these applications to companies. Okay. These companies can use this to check whether the resumes that are being whoever is applying for the job based on the job description, whether the resume is matching the job description or not. That's what your platform will do. Got
Sir,
it?
it check that.
Now, now tell me, I am going to use your portal as a company and take in hundreds of resumes. Okay. I'm going to take hundreds of resumes. I'm going to put hundreds of resumes into your portal. Now, I'm only going to put PDF. Who is going to do this copy pasting?
Sir, AI.
AI? Should we
Check that
use AI
whether
for such simple? Hmm?
it check that whether our resume is ATS friendly or not.
Okay. See, the first thing is extracting the text. Extracting the text from the resume. You all the generative AI models you have, they only understand text. Got it? But they do not understand text. They're compatible with text. When you give text, something happens, machine understands that and then produces the result. Got it? But to extract the text, what are you going to do? You said copy pasting. So should we hire someone to just copy paste hundreds of resumes into our portal? Yes, people. Yesterday, I clearly stated that you need to do a research upon Python libraries. There are multiple Python libraries which allows you to extract text from PDF. Got it? That's the first step. User uploads the PDF. Now the contents of the PDF, the text within the PDF should be extracted. I ask you people to research, to do a small research which would have taken 15 to 20 minutes only. That go find out the best library we can use, read its documentation, understand its methodologies, and then get back to me. So what have you people done? This is not it, guys. A simple task, a simple task was given. A 15 to 20-minute task. That's it. It wouldn't have taken much. And the simple task wasn't done by the upcoming youth of India. Someone who is going to be a part of a company or someone who is going to start a company. Okay. I guess the person is coming offline. Let's wait for that person and we'll start. Hello, people. So, what do I do now? Should I spend time on researching now? Save it. Say this is a resume. Okay. Resume has multiple details. Few start from here, few start from here, few start from here. Then there is something. Some people use bullets, some people use photos. Got it? Some people keep it plain. There are multiple things in a resume. Now, what we want to do, the first step is the first step is you need to extract this text. This one, this one, this one. You need this. Got it? And luckily, Python, Python is one of the programming languages which provides large set of libraries, modules, whatever you want to call it, packages, large. There are so many for multiple purposes. You need not code anything right now. Okay. At this level, you need not code anything because there are already existing tools, already existing libraries, already existing packages that you can just import and use it. But what are you learning? If you're just importing and using it, what are you learning? That's what I wanted you people to do yesterday. Instead of me just teaching you import, how to write an import statement, what to do with that particular package, instead of me doing it, instead of just teaching import statements, I wanted you people to understand how product developers actually work. As a product developer, we don't know everything. No one knows everything. But if a problem statement comes, now a problem statement is extracting text from a resume PDF. This is a .pdf file. Now extracting text from this is a challenge for me, is a problem statement for me. Not to do this. Now to do this, I don't know how to do this. But I do know Python has such capabilities through its libraries that I can achieve it. Let's say I don't even know this. What will I do? I have Google. Now I have ChatGPT also. I'll go there. I'll just ask GPT or I'll go to Chrome and just put in how can I extract text from a PDF through code? As simple as that. Then it will list out multiple solutions. It will list out multiple solutions. Previously, it was not the case when there was no ChatGPT. You would go on to Google or you would go on to some books, read the books, understand the things or documentations. They would print documentations. Now everything is available online. I would just go here, ask, let's say, how can I extract text content from a PDF file through coding in Python? As simple as that. Just a single line of prompt, and I've got so many things. Identify the PDF type, whether the PDF is text-based, scanned, that is when you write your assignments and take a photo and upload it, that's scanned PDF. Or if there is a mixture of both, that is text-based and scan-based, it is saying the best one is PDF Plumber. Now I can just copy paste this and run it, and I'll get whatever extraction I want to do. But what am I learning now? I'm learning nothing. I'm learning copy pasting. I'm making a fool of myself. Now I need to go copy paste this PDF Plumber and see this thing, this particular web page is a documentation of this PDF Plumber. When I go on to this, now I get to know a lot more about this. I can spend 10 to 15 minutes understanding PDF Plumber. I can note down things. I can note down in my laptop, or if I have a note, or in my phone, or if I have a good memory, I will just memorize this. As simple as this. I wanted you people to do this simple task. So latest release is this one, done in 2026, Jan 5th, on Jan 5th. Has these many releases. 2015 it started. The first release of this particular library, basically this particular code, was first written and made available in 2015, and it is still being used in 2026, 11 years apart or 10 years apart. That's how you learn, guys. It's no more college. College don't teach you these things. College never ask you go learn about a documentation, go about learn about library. You can even find NumPy here. If I type NumPy, I get to know everything about NumPy. See, this is very basic one. I can go on to contributors GitHub and I can learn what all they did. They'll have a README file. I can read it. They have a separate website for NumPy. How many of us knows that? I can go into documentation and I can learn about its documentation. These many things. It even has APIs. It has beginner's guide, has user guide, contributors. If you want to contribute to NumPy, how can I contribute to NumPy? Do you even know that we can contribute to these packages that we use every day? We don't. It is. This is not it, guys. If you stuck at this level, there are so many people out there who will outsmart you, who is going to take away your jobs, who is going to take away your position in the market. If you are at this level, so let's try to understand PDF Plumber now. plumb a PDF from for a detailed information. Each text, character, rectangle, line, everything you want to extract, it will extract. Works best on machine generated rather scanned PDF. Now, few people won't do anything. This particular ChatGPT said, okay, for text based use this. Few people won't even read this. Copy paste and try to scan PDF. Try to get content of scanned PDF, and they are what do you say, beating their head over the wall, saying my thing is not working fine because in its documentation it clearly states it is not good for scanned PDFs. But we never read that. So we people are so lazy. We don't even read this. We just get here, copy paste, and that's it. I have seen students doing it. We have students. We teach students. We have multiple batches that goes on every day. This is the condition that we people are right now. We can nowhere compete with China, with America, with any other leading what do you say, countries. That's the reason people are leaving India, because there is no such community in India which is really contributing to such things. There is there are Indians in other countries who are contributing, but those people have left India. So let's understand. There are tables of constant. First of all, there is installation. If you want it within the entire code of PDF Plumber, you can have it, but it is not necessary because we can just use pip install PDF Plumber. That's it. You can even run this and get it, but it's not required. Pip install Plumber and you have Plumber on your system. Enough. Python library. What is this options? Okay. While doing curl request, curl, guys, curl is a tool which you can use for multiple purposes. You can use curl to hit APIs. Do you guys know what a API is? Come on, guys, tell me what an API. What an API is. What is an API?
Sir, it's known as application programming interface, which acts like a bridge between front end and back end. Sir.
Front end and back end. Okay. Now that was good. Okay, you have covered most of it. So why do we need APIs?
Sir, that API, as I said, that it acts like a bridge between the front end and back end. When we are performing
Okay.
any changes in front end and back end, they both communicate with a common language that we are doing so and so changes in a front end or back end.
Changes. What do you mean by changes?
The changes like if I'm willing to coming to front end, I'm willing to change the interface like text or font size or color of that. I'm going to change, but the acknowledgement for the backend will be given to the in the form of API. The both will interlink with a common language. Sir. The acknowledgement will be received by API to the front end and back end.
Okay. So an API, guys, is very simple. That is, it is used for communication. Got very used example for this is waiter. Waiter at a restaurant. You, let's say, are the front end. Got it? You people are the interface. What is a front end, guys? Front end is an interface which your customer uses, which your user uses. Got it? Whoever you're selling to, that person uses that interface. A thing which you can interact through your keyboard, through your phone. Got it? That's an interface. You can interact with it. That's front end. Now, if I am saying front end, go as a front end, I want a particular dish in a restaurant. I cannot go to the chef directly and say, make me so and so dish, make me a biryani and serve it to me. There is a person in between to communicate this. That is a waiter. A waiter will come to you, ask you what all you need, write it down, and goes back gives the recipe, what do you say, the order to the chef, and the chef produces the order, and that is sent as a response. That particular dish is sent as a response to you. You have sent a request through a person, waiter, that is API, and that API goes to that person, the chef, the backend. The backend produces a result, and that result is given back as a response to the front end, to me. Okay, so front end is sorry, API is to manage the requests and the response in a particular system. It is to communicate. Got it? As simple as that. I want a thing to happen. For example, you have this interface, you are in Teams. If I hit leave, this is the interface I'm using. If I hit leave, there is an API behind it, which will go to the Teams backend, wherever it is deployed on AWS, on Microsoft Azure, wherever this code is deployed, the backend code of this thing. The API is going to say that the person has hit this leave button, so close the meeting, end the meeting for this person. But if I'm a host and if I hit leave, that then the meeting should end for everyone. There are two things that should happen. There are conditions that are coming into picture. Then what happens now? Then we send information through APIs. We won't just send request. What was the request? End the meeting, right? That's it. That's the request. But if I'm host, then for everyone the meeting should end. If I'm not the host, if I want to leave the meeting, if I just hit the leave, I will leave. And the meeting for everyone stays. Everyone in the meeting stays like that until they want to leave. There are two things. If I'm not a host, if I'm a host, then this information should go. This information is called payload, guys. Payload. P-A-Y-L-O-A-D. Payload. Whenever you're sending request to the backend, a payload is also sent. A payload is also sent, and such requests are called post requests. It's called post requests. And even in get request, you can send some information, but that's a different thing. If you're just trying to get information, like for example, if I hit on people, there is a people icon here, right? There is a people icon here, and I can see the names of people who are in this meeting. I didn't send any information to this to the backend. I just hit this particular button, and whenever I'm hitting it, an API is being called. An API is being called. That API goes to the backend and ask it to give the information of this thing. That is the response. Just hitting it will activate the API. Hitting this will also activate the API, but also send multiple information. Who is ending the meeting? At what time the meeting ended? And this thing about what time a person is leaving, that is also recorded. I can get the information from Teams. What do you say? Our account. What do you say? The admin account of Teams. I can see in this particular meeting when a person joined, when a person left the meeting. That's the post request. This is a guest. This is a get request. This doesn't need anything. This doesn't need a backend. This can directly happen in front end. This raise icon. This can directly happen in front end. This reactions. This can directly happen in front end. I don't need a backend for it. If I just hit this and this like is coming, this is completely front end. If I hit this, this is also front end. If I hit this, this is also front end. If I hit this, this is also front end. But if I want to hit this, then an action should happen from backend to here. If I want captions, if I hit captions, then my audio is going to go to the backend. The backend is going to process my audio and then produce caption. This is post again. So that is API, guys. So curl is a tool which you can use to hit APIs, to hit websites, web pages. See, hitting this will give you this PDF. This PDF can then be converted into a CSV file using Plumber, PDF Plumber. Curl is hitting this web page, getting this particular PDF, background check.pdf, and then that background check PDF is retrieved by curl, and PDF Plumber if I use and I do background check.pdf, if I send this PDF into PDF Plumber, it is going to give me a CSV file. Now tell me guys, why CSV? Why CSV? Why do you think this person? See here, there is CSV, there is JSON. Forget about text. Forget about text for now. This person is converting, whoever developed this PDF Plumber, he is converting the text, the resume text. It is unstructured. It is unstructured. Why do you think this person is using JSON or CSV? Why is this person providing us with this option of converting the text into CSV or JSON? Think about it. I will get back to you just in a minute. Yes, people. Tell me.
The TCS
Hello.
acts like a context in an API. When we want to enter a bulk amount of data in an API, we can't type like it's line to line. It takes time, no, sir. For the purpose, the reason we use uh, CSV.
Sorry, if you have longer data,
So if we have longer data, like we have code of line up to 1,000 lines, each line we can't enter by typing in the but for storing in the database. So we use CSV so that it optimize enter the data. It take required amount what is necessary and what is not as per our user guidelines.
okay. But I have no SQL databases if you want to put large amount of data. BigQuery I have AWS DynamoDB I have. I can definitely put a large amount of data. But why do you think this person, whoever developed this thing, he's giving us the option to convert a PDF content into CSV, JSON, or even text. I can even get the entire text. But CSV, JSON, why do you think we have these formats available?
So to analyze in different platforms, sir.
To
To analyze the data in different platforms.
different platforms. Like, can you
Sir,
elaborate on that?
sir, as we take example as we can say the good example is chatbot, sir. When we are entering in a chatbot, for suppose having a PDF of my data like a subject data, when I give the data like posting the same PDF in the chatbot and I give a command that prompt like elaborate the content which it is in the PDF, it may makes mistake by reading the PDF. When I give the specific text to the as prompt like converting the PDF into text and I give the specific text as a prompt, it will give a good output, sir.
Hmm. Mm, you're thinking in a broader way. I'm just asking you. I give my code a PDF, and that code is allowing me to convert it into CSV, to convert it into JSON, and to convert it into text. Not convert, I can get the entire text. Why do you think this conversion option is available? Okay, guys. So the main thing is text. If I open a resume, I open this resume, let's say, this entire thing is unstructured. This data is unstructured. Got it? If I pass this entire thing into a code which analyzes text, which analyzes information, it won't be able to do it precisely because it is not structured. Even if you work with ChatGPT, you can definitely give normal text. This unstructured kind of text you can definitely give. Okay, you can definitely give this unstructured kind of text and it will understand because it is trained. It is trained on natural language. Natural languages are English, Hindi, whatever we humans speak. It's trained on that. But when you give a prompt based on JSON, do you people know JSON? How JSON looks like? A JSON object. This is a JSON object. Key value pairs. In Python, we have a data set called dictionaries, but normally we call it JSON. This is a JSON file. We can have JSON files. Let me show you a JSON file. This is a JSON file. Let me remove this. This is JSON file. The status is a key status code, and the code actually 401 is its value. Headers is a key, and within the key again we have a JSON file, a JSON object, not a JSON file, JSON object. And within that, we have key value, key value. And even here, I have body, a key, and inside the body, again, I have something that looks like JSON, but this is also kind of JSON that when you send a request, or I need to I need you people to understand different request and response then. That will take a lot of time. So you can think of this also as a JSON file, a JSON object. But whenever you want to send this thing as a text, got it? Now this thing is no more a JSON. This is text. Basically, this came from backend. This response came from backend. I sent a request from front end, and this was the response. And the actual response was this error, and the error was authorization header is missing or invalid. If I remove this, I also remove this. Now this is a JSON object, but when I put quotations, this becomes a normal string. Now, when I have a normal string, there is an error. So I need to put this slashes to mm, make you people understand this all things. Do anyone know why we need to use this? Do people know? I'm not using that. There's an error. See, it is asking me to change it, apply these things. But let's say I don't. And this is an error, guys. This red thing that is being shown is an error. So, if you want to use these things inside a JSON, okay? You're trying to create a JSON inside a JSON, but you want it as a string again. But you're using this. So internally, this JSON file, it is also a code. That code thinks you're putting this thing, got it? This thing, that means that it is a JSON file. It is a JSON object. But it is not a JSON object. It is a string you want to pass. So you put these things to say, ignore this as the actual uh, parenthesis. Do not consider this thing as an actual parenthesis. Consider this thing as a string. When you say that, when you put this, that's what it means in the code. Whoever made this .json file, whoever started to make this thing, there is a code behind it. Everything .py file, if there is a py file, there is a code behind it. If there is a txt file, there is a code behind it to write this. If I'm typing and something is happening, then there is a code behind it. These colors are coming, there is a code behind it. Everything that happens on your system, that happen on your devices, entire thing is code. What it? Now this JSON thing, if I do not put this, I'm getting an error. Do not get that error by saying this is a string. Do not treat it as a JSON object. Treat it as a string. So I need to put this so that it understands. Got it, guys? Got it? Or was that confusing? Yes, people? Was it confusing? Did you not understand? Do I need to repeat it? JSONs are simple. This is a JSON. That's it. That's it. Now within JSON, I can also have another JSON. Let's say I have a key. Uh, let's say address. Got it? I have address. Okay. Now I have multiple addresses. I have home address. I have home address. I have office address. A JSON within a JSON. But I want to pass it as a string. I want to pass it as a string. I don't want to go pass it as a JSON object. I want to pass it as a string. But it will give me an error because now it is treating this parenthesis as a JSON object, and you cannot put a quotation before a parenthesis. That's not a valid JSON object. So the only thing I can do, put these things. Put here, and it gave me, and before the quotations, put a slash, and now it will treat this entire thing as a string now. No more a JSON object. If I remove these things, now it is a JSON object. Simple. Now, this thing is structured. Okay. Let's get back to our resume. This is name. This is the whatever profession or whatever. There is this person is a student. Let's take a professional resume now. Okay. See, name. Okay, I know, because we have a brain and an eye to understand this thing. A computer cannot understand this thing. So I need to pass it in a way that it understands. I can see this is a name. I'll extract it and put it into a JSON. Put it into a JSON and write name John Doe. Let me remove this. Let me put this here. Okay. Now I have their address. I can extract this, write an address or full address key and put. Okay, this is a sample template. What? So, okay, they have put the city, state, and zip, let's say. So I can just put, I can write city, and I can write state, and I can write phone zip. They also given the phone number, so I can have another key where it says phone number, and I can put their phone number. If they have multiple phone numbers, I can put it in an array, a list array. They are also given their email. I can have from my email, and then I have the email. So to extract the text in a structured way, we need JSON and CSV. CSV is rows and columns. That's it. That's the reason this person gave us this option of CSV and JSON. That's how you need to understand documentations, guys. That's how you need to understand anything. If something is happening, if they gave me this, why did they give me this? Why do I have the option? If something is happening in an algorithm, why is this thing happen? Why do we need this particular equation at this in this particular place of this algorithm? That's you need to ask yourself. That's how curiosity takes place. We were curious. The education system made us uncurious. Now we need to make ourselves curious again. Because humans are curious beings. The CSV JSON format return information about each object that is in the PDF. Of those two, JSON format returns more information. It includes PDF level and page level metadata, plus dictionary nested attributes. The text option returns a plain text representation of PDF. But we'll get this because for this thing, I will make you people use something called grok. It is called grok, not the grok we know, not K, it's Q. Grok is an interface. Okay, understand this, guys. It is an interface provided by LangChain. LangChain. Okay. Let's see if they have LangChain's documentation. Yes, they do. LangChain is the easiest way to build agents application powered by LLMs. You can directly use LangChain in your code and make use of LLMs. And then this particular LangChain provided me with LangChain Grok. I can use Grok to interface my particular code with LLMs. Basically, there are multiple LLMs like Llama. These are free LLMs, open source free LLMs. Llama, it is given by Meta. We have mixture of experts. I have this MOE. The architecture of Mixtral is MOE, mixture of experts. You can research about this. There is a lot of things you can learn from it. Got it? So I can use this free LLMs using Grok. Using Grok interface, inference, you can call it inference. So it provides me faster request and response to this LLMs. If I send, I can make chatbots using it. I can use it to make agents. But of course, those won't be production level thing. Got it? And any time you think that you can produce a production level application through free things, through open source things, you are mistaken. Either you need to sit for years and make a what do you say, large language model that is an LLM for yourself, then you can use it. The open source LLMs are not as good as ChatGPT, not as good as Claude, not as good as Perplexity. That's the reason they are not free. That's the reason we pay for their services, because they are better than this. So yes, you can definitely make good projects, better projects than other people using these things. How do you know? How do you know these things? How do I know these things? Research, research. Get onto your ChatGPT, type a simple text saying, "Tell me about new things happening in the world of AI. Tell me about the new some great library or some few libraries that I can use for a AI-based project." It will definitely name LangChain. That's how you need to be built. So we will be using LangChain, we'll be using Grok, and we will be sending this particular text, this resume text. Let's say I will send this entire text, and then it will easily be able to understand this. So we will be not creating any NLP model, guys. I will make you understand what NLP is, how it works, the mathematics behind it, but we are not going to create an NLP model. Why? Number one reason, because we cannot build an efficient model. Why can we not build if we have more time? We can, but we have only 4 days of time. So we will use LangChain and Grok to access LLMs, and then we will send this text to LLMs, and that LLM will analyze how it will analyze, how it is happening, how this is being understood by my machine. That I will teach you. That I will make you understand. Got it, people? Any doubts? Now, whatever I have said, let that get in, understand it. And if you have any doubts, ask me. This time I'm giving you to understand what all happened until now. We understood how you need to go do research about these multiple libraries. There are not just this thing. If there are GitHub, in GitHub there are packages, not this one. Like people contribute to so many things on GitHub. Got it? You can go to explore and you can find multiple things that you can use. You'll find multiple things that you can use. See Docker. How many of you know about Docker? Yes, people. No one knows. And this is used in almost every company that you can go. Any big company, they use Dockers. What do you think they use Docker? There's a complete documentation about these things on of this thing on GitHub. You need to research about that guy. That guys. FreeTube. This is a YouTube's light version which you can use privately on your system and get access to all the videos. YouTube is an open source desktop YouTube player built with privacy in mind. Use YouTube without advertisement. Prevent Google from tracking you with cookies and JavaScript, etc., etc. So basically, you can use FreeTube to access YouTube, but uh, with privacy. That's the reason I use FreeTube. It is good. It is not as efficient as YouTube. It doesn't provide as good results as YouTube. But if you are if you want to search something particular, then you can definitely use this. For courses, you want to do online courses, and usually there are ads and all those things. So you can use this. Learn about it. How did they do this? You can even become a contributor to this. You can even become the contributor to this. Whenever you want to go into research level jobs, got it? Research level jobs. You need to show them what contributions you did to open source projects. This many people contributed to this project. This person is a developer. This person is a developer. You need to know these things, guys. And there's so many things. You can get onto GitHub one day and go on to trending. Let's see what's trending. And okay, there is something called Cloud Mem. What is it? Why we have this thing? What made it? What made the developers made this thing? Make this thing? So many things. That's how you need to keep yourself updated. There are newsletters. Every day there are newsletters for AI. AI Power free AI newsletter, not generator. Daily AI, daily AI newsletters. Current.ai. You put your mail here, subscribe for it. Every day it will send latest AI news on your email. That's it. You get a mail, what all happened today in the world of AI, and you stay updated. That's how you keep yourself updated. You get on to BYPI, go on to see multiple documentations, learn about the multiple things, learn about NumPy, learn about TensorFlow, get into the documentation. When you read documentation, when you understand the documentation of a particular library, your knowledge increases. Because when you see LangChain, let's say, go here. I hope I gave some advanced LangChain documentation. Let's see one documentation. This is one of the greatest, what do you say, research paper published by Ashish Vaswani and these people. This is the foundation for transformer models. This became not this thing, not just this thing. There is an entire PDF. There is an entire PDF. Try to read it, guys. You won't understand anything. You won't understand anything, I'm telling you. But whatever you're not understanding, you have this thing. You have this thing. Read it. First, read it. Use your brain first. The dominant sequence transaction models are based on complex recurrent and combinational driven neural networks. So basically, this is a better model, replacement, not replacements, advancement for recurrent RNN models and CNN models, which includes encoder and decoder. The best performing models also connect the encoder and decoder through an attention mechanism. We propose a new simpler network architecture. They produced a new architecture that is transformers. That is transformers based solely on attention mechanism. And there are so many things about this thing. You need to understand first what RNN is, what CNN is. Then you can understand why this was proposed. You need to understand what attention mechanism is. Got it, people? You can see the TV, huh? Good afternoon. No problem. Got it, guys? You need to read these research papers. It gives an introduction, recurrent neural networks, long short-term memory, gated recurrent neural networks. This were the what you can say. This all are used for sequence based understanding of text. Sequence, not just text. Anything that is in sequence, it can learn it. RNN, LSTMs, and the better version of that is transformers now, and the better version of it's magma. Magma transformers. I guess it's magma. Yes, it's magma. The advancement of transformer disease. This was introduced in 2025 itself, last year. So, okay, guys. Now, tell me, people, did you understand what all was discussed until now? Did you all understand how we uh, do our research, how we get to know about new things? If you're working on a project, how we can get into documentation, understand the documentation? Yes, guys? Yes, Lokesh understood. Sahid, Rija, Sony, Sadia, quick responses, then we can get into our project. Yes, Sony understood. What about others? Good, Satvik. Sadia and Shrija, Sahid also good. Sadia and Srija, no response from both of you. So I'm assuming you're not in the class. No message in WhatsApp as well. Okay. So I'm assuming these people just joined for the sake of it. Hmm. So first thing we got it, we will use PDF Plumber and get the entire plain text. Entire plain text. Got it? Plain. Okay, leave it. So I'll open my new project then. Or the new project that we created yesterday. Open your project folders, guys. Everyone that we created yesterday. First thing, whenever you are starting your project, you need to note down your requirements. Our first requirement is PDF Plumber. We did install PDF Plumber, so I'll show you an easier way to install things. I'll be using Flask. Okay. I'll be using Flask. I'm also using LangChain as we discussed. We're using LangChain Grok as well. And also import this thing request. I will make you understand what that is. Okay. Are you people doing it? Are you people doing it? Guys, I hope you're doing this alongside with me. The first thing, create a requirements.txt file. Put all of your requirements here. Of course, whenever you're working on a bigger project, the requirements keep updating. Got it? The requirements keep updating. So during the project, during the development itself, you need to add all the requirements. Right now, initially, I know these are the requirements I will have. Maybe in future, I will get other requirements. I will put it here. So I can write pip install PDF, right? I can write, then I can give space, I can write Flask, I can do that. Or I can just first install PDF Plumber, then hit enter, then write pip install PDF Plumber, sorry, Flask and hit enter. But there is a even better way to do it. I'll write pip install R and write requirements.txt. And this thing will install all the things I have mentioned here. All the things I have mentioned here. And the only thing that was not there in my system was PDF Plumber. This was already there, so it didn't take much time for me. Maybe for you people, it might take time. Maybe 1 minute or 30 seconds. That's it. Not more than that. Easier way is pip install R requirements.txt. The even better way of doing this is also mentioning pip show PDF Plumber. If I do this, guys, if I do this, first of all, I am confirming that if PDF Plumber is installed. If it is installed, then only it will give the information about it. Got it? Got it? It is installed. The better way of writing your requirement.txt is also mentioning the version name that you are using currently. Okay? Got it? I also get for plus, pip show plus. I don't know if it can do this. Let me see. I never tried this. No, it doesn't. Will it? No, it doesn't. So pip show flask I will do. And the version is this. Let's see the version of LangChain I have. That is this. Always put double equal to, guys, or else you will get a error whenever you're deploying. And then I have LangChain grok. Let's see. Zero 0.3.1. And then I have requests. That is 232.5. That's how you create your requirements.txt. You write your requirements, also mention the version, currently whatever you are using. Because in future, these things keep getting updated. I showed you. I showed you here. Okay, I removed it. Let's open it again. See NumPy. Let's go into NumPy. Let's see the release history. See, NumPy is there from 2006, guys. The first code for NumPy was released in 2006. And now in 2026, after 20 years, we are still using it. See, they even wrote something. Reason this release was yanked. Yanked means that was removed. Backward compatibility bug. It has some bug, so they removed this 2.4.0. Right now, the latest version is 2.4.2. Let's see my version. Pip show NumPy. NumPy has this much information, guys. This much information. Pip show NumPy again. I will do. It has so much information that my terminal is not able to go up. Okay. See, pip show pandas. I guess pandas will also have much information. Yes, similar to this. So basically what happens is, guys, they continuously release newer versions. Now, if I just hit pip install some library name, PDF Plumber, it will install the current version, the current latest version. I can even mention the version name while downloading because with newer versions, they change the code. Got it? And few methods get deprecated. Deprecated means that is no more useful. That method doesn't exist. Got it? Or they will add new methods to improve their performance. So whenever I'm deploying this code and someone is using and I need to redeploy this code. And if I do not mention this, it will install the latest version. It will install the latest version during the deployment. And if in my latest version, let's say there is the methods that I use does not exist, my whole system will crash. My whole application is going to crash. Got it, people? That's the reason I need to mention this, that during deployment, it only downloads or installs this particular version of this library. I can even download the previous versions. Let's see, what was it? What are we using? PDF Plumber. Right now, our version is the latest one. I can even go for this. I can even download this. I can even download that. I can even download the first version of it. That's possible. But it won't work because it might be the very basic code that they first made it public. Okay. But if you think the previous version is much stable, you can get here, read the entire documentation. And if you think, okay, these particular methods, these things, this can be much better for me than the latest version, use this. Completely depends on how much you understand the documentation. So, two things, whenever you're starting your project in Python, write down your requirements.txt, write down the uh, what do you say, libraries, and if you know the versions, you can also mention the versions at initial stage itself, and write pip install -r requirements dot, you need not put the quotation, requirements.txt. That's it. Done. Your first job is done. Got it, guys? Got it, people? Guys, everything is fine. You understood whatever I said? Do I need to repeat myself? Yes, people? Are you following, or did I go too fast? We have 1 hour remaining, guys. I also need to teach you NLP today. So let's do it as quickly as possible, the code setup, and then we can get into the theory part. Yes, people, give me a thumbs up or open your mic, talk to me. It's really boring if it goes like this. I need you people to interact with me. Guys, am I audible? Hello.
Sir, you're audible.
Okay. So are you all following? Lokesh, what about you? Did you follow all those steps?
Sir, just now, due to some signal issues, just now I downloaded
Yes.
I
Downloaded
downloaded
the
the modules like PDF Lumber Flask. Now I'm entering the versions of
Got
that.
it. Got it. Good. Others,
If you
Sahid?
don't mind, can you say after that what we have to do after entering the versions?
Yes, I'll tell. I'll say. Let's see
Just now
if
I'm
everyone
entering
are
the
on the same page. Mhm.
just very well. I'm entering the versions. After that, can you say that what to do next?
Okay, okay. We'll do it. After I get the information that everyone is on the same page, then we can continue. Yes, people. Sahid, Satvik, Sadia, Nasir, Soni, and Srija. Okay, got it, Nasir. Others? Any problem, guys? If you have anything, please tell me because we need to continue with theory as well today. I thought I will go with theory first, then I will get into the practical thing, but things turned into different way because you people didn't do your research. Yes? Hello, tell me. Everything fine? Do you need any help? Any errors you are facing? Anything is fine, guys. You can ask me. Don't, you can, of course, use ChatGPT if you're getting errors, but asking me would be much better because even I would have got that error and I would have resolved it in the past. So it will be quicker than asking to ChatGPT. Yes, people. I'm taking that as a yes, that everyone is on the same page and we are going to continue. Okay. So, people, we are going to create a Flask application. Who can tell me what Flask is? This particular library. Hmm? Yes. What is Flask in Python? Why do we use it? What's that library used for? Anyone? I need responses, guys. You people don't know Flask? Yes? No idea about Flask? It is okay if you don't know, just tell me. If you know, tell me. If you don't know, then I will explain it to you guys. But I am telling you, being in a third year, fourth year, second year, not knowing about Flask is really not good. Okay. Flask is a library. Hmm. It is a framework, a library, a framework that you can use to develop web applications using Python. Web applications. You can develop web applications. Okay. Who left the class? Srija left the class. Okay. So 1 minute, guys. My battery is low. Rohit. Charger. HRX. HRX. Black, black. Thank you, Shivan bhai. Sorry, guys. Let's continue. So Flask is a Python framework of a Python library that you can use to create web applications. Okay, you can connect your backend, your front end through Flask, and you can make a web application. So usually we use app.py for Flask, and simply I will import Flask. Sorry, from Flask, I'll import. My bad. Should I use smaller? Yes. One thing, guys, make it small. Let's see pip install Flask. Use the smaller one, and let me also see pip show Flask, and version is 3.1.0. Yes, 3.1.0. From Flask, import Flask, request JSON. You don't need JSONify for now. You would need what it's called. We'll see data. Of course, we are using Plumber. I'm not using Grok. I'm not using LangChain. I'm using Grok. I can use Grok child client. Request we can see later on. If we need it, we will use it. So basically, let's remove this. Let's understand Flask for now. Got it? So you import Flask. That's the first thing you do. And you need to create an app variable using Flask, and you need to put underscore name underscore. These are two underscores. Okay, two underscores. Now let's not get into app routing. I'll write if name underscore name equals to underscore equals underscore main underscore, then I'll say run the app. Basically, if I'm running the app, if I'm in the main file, I'm telling it to run my app. That's it. Debug is equals to true or false. You can put it anything. You can even mention the port numbers on which you want to run this particular application. If it is 5000, you can put 5000. If it is 5500, you can put on 5500. The port number is up to you. Right now, I am running something on 5000 as well as on 5500. So I will use 3000. That's my port number. You can put anything. You can put by default. You can put it. You should. You can just ignore it. But internally, I'm using two ports for different applications. So I'll use 3000. And that's it, guys. Your Flask is ready. These many lines of code. Even if you remove the spaces, there are only two spaces. So 4 lines of code, and your Flask application is ready. That's it. Now what happens is you have multiple pages in your web application, multiple pages. Home page, about page, search page, and many more. Now, to be able to route your user to the pages, to able to navigate, that your user comes onto your web page and you need to navigate them to certain page, then you need to have routing. Got it? Even in React, even in Node.js, even in Flutter. Flutter is a application that you use for mobile and mobile applications, Android or iOS. Even for web applications, you can use Flutter, but usually it is used for Android and iOS. Got it? So I need to have routing. First, I'll write app.root This is base, guys. You don't use this. This is base. This means base. Let me show you. If I write it like this, if I put this here, if I put this here, this is my base. Whenever I am going to enter pypi.org, I am going to start here. This is the page. I'm going to be on. This is the base path. This is the base path. This web page is the base. So I will define the same. Let's say I want to define my home page. I'll write define home after every root. After defining every root, got it? You need to put at the rate, guys. Sorry. After defining every root, you need to also define what functionality will happen after when you hit this root. When I'm hitting this root, if I'm hitting it, what functionality should happen? Here the functionality is render this page, render this particular web page. I can even return something, return some message, return hello world. I can definitely do that, but I don't want that. I want to render a web page. For that, I will use render template. Got it? And it gave me. So it is saying render template index.html. Basically, whenever a person is on this particular page, show them the index.html page. Do I have index.html? I do not have. So I need to create one. And for Flask, guys, remember this. For Flask, every HTML file should go into a particular folder called templates. Definitely, if you do not do this, your application is not going to work. Within templates, I will create my HTML pages. In the document HTML, there is a shortcut, guys, that is exclamation mark, and when you hit it, you get the initial code. I'll write internship project. For now, we'll change it later on. And let's say, welcome to the internship project. So whenever a user is entering this path of my application, they will be able to see my index.html. Let's run it. Python 3. If you're on your Mac, use Python 3. If you're on your Windows, use Python. Python app.py. Python 3 app.py. And my Flutter is running. If I go here, I am able to see my index.html because I'm on my base path. This is my base path, right? I'm able to see this. Let's add more roots. Not process. I'll put about page next. I'll put about page, no methods. Don't want anything to happen now, no functionality, just about and return about page. That's all I will do. For that, I need to have an about page. Let's design an about page. Now let's run it again. Right now I am on my base path, so I will see index.html. But if I go to my about path, I'm able to see my about page. If I go to this route, yes, yes, who was that? Yes, people, who was that? Any doubts? And if I go to my base path, I can see my index.html. That's how you render the templates, guys. You can even return messages. Oh, you can't write multiple returns within a function, okay? Got it, people? This is how Flask works. You first create the application. Within the application, you have multiple routes. You can even write multiple functionalities that should happen here. You can do that. You can send requests, you can send information to your this page if you want to have information here. Let's say you want to have some name, you want to have some name, and it should be under a form. Hmm, no, I don't want these things. Hmm, I don't want this thing, guys. What I will do in index.html, I will do one thing. I will take name of the person. Got it? I'll write the process. I'll write it as index only, and then I will upload PDF. No, I do not want PDF. I will just take the name. This simple HTML guys. I need not explain this. I hope so. This form, within the form, this is a label that says enter your name. Within that, you have a input field where you can put your text, and there is also a submit button. Got it? I'll put it at the top. I'll put the form below and I'm able to get my name using this. Now when I get that name, what should I do, guys? Should I print that name here itself? Should I send it somewhere else? I can do that here as well. So there are multiple options that we can explore. So, okay, guys, I guess we should get into practical first. Then we can have this what I'm saying. I guess we need to get into theory first. Then we can get into practical things later on. Because it's already 1:45, 1:46. And so 1:46, 1/2 an hour, 45 minutes you have. So I hope I will be able to complete AI and NLP. Of course, you need to do your research upon this. I'll tell you the most part of it, the overview of it, but you need to get in depth of it, in depth into it. This again internship program. This is not a course. This is not a workshop. Here you need to be proactive, guys. So okay, right now we'll discuss this later on. I'll tell you about all these things, how we can get data from front end, then we can process it, how we are going to do that. We'll definitely do that, guys. But right now, let's get into fun part. Okay. So first of all, guys, we are going to talk about artificial intelligence. We know about artificial intelligence. We talked about artificial intelligence yesterday. Then we have NLP. Do you people know NLP? Natural language processing. Others? Someone in the offline, Moria answered that it is natural language processing. What is natural language processing, guys? Hmm? Yes, Moria answered. I want answers from you too. People from online. I from the very beginning, Lokesh was the only one who is talking. I want others to be as communicative as Lokesh. Tell me, people. Yes. Do you people know NLP? Guys, yes or no? Yes or no? That's it. I'm not asking anything else. Yes or no? Natural language processing. Lokesh is raising your hand. Yes, Lokesh, do you have anything to say?
Sir, I know little bit about NLP, not much. Not can
Okay,
I,
no problem.
sir, it is a
Okay,
natural, it
good.
is known as natural language processor. In that
Processing,
will
yes.
processing, in that it will interlink with the AI. The main part, in this the NLP is divided into two components.
Okay.
Understand the language in energy, the natural language will be in form of generations. While in the
Mhm.
process of NLU, it understand like text summarization or document summarizing. But coming to
Okay.
the energy, we can say that the chatbot acts a main role in energy. It interact with the user and give the proper output to the user.
Okay. Okay, good, Lokesh. You have explained about the applications of NLP. Very good. So, guys, tell me again. I want answers from others. Okay. Tell me, can machine understand hello? I'm able to send hello to ChatGPT and ChatGPT is able to respond. Good. But how? Hmm? Binary language. Machine only understands binary language. It is converted into binaries. What Anam is saying here. Okay. But how can you convert text into binary?
By assigning a key value, sir.
By assigning key value, can you explain?
Just like when I take a group of sentence, the sentence will be divided into tokens. For each token, it give an unique value. So the unique value will be replaced like a binary value, sir. So due to basing that binary value, it perform operations.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, part of it is right. Part of it is not really accurate because we are not going to directly convert text into binary. That's hmm, NumPy encodings that are vectors. Okay, good. So we will convert our text into vectors. What are vectors, guys? Mathematics vectors, scalars, vectors. What are vectors? Is this a vector? Is this a vector? Yes, this is a graph. Good. But is this thing a vector? What is the definition of vector? Definition of scalar? Scalar and vector. Yes, people?
Vector is a quantity. A vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction.
Very good, Sony. Thank you. It has value as well as a direction, a magnitude and a direction,
Coming to
right?
scalar, only magnitude.
Only magnitude. It will only have some value, some representation value. It won't have any direction to it. Very. Now, how am I going to convert hello to vector? Hello to vector. Vectors are simply represented as this, guys. It is an array, multi-dimensional array, or not even multi-dimensional. We can even represent in single dimension. 0.1, 2.8. I'm writing randomly, guys. 3.6. Let's say 3.6. Okay. This is a vector. English to mathematics. No. Hello will have its own vector. Entire hello will have its own vector. I want this hello to be represented as a number. So I can represent it on a graph. Yes, people? When I have vectors, we can do something beautiful. I'll tell you what we can do. But first, the question is conversion. Now, this is the main thing. Machine cannot understand hello. I need something that needs the mm, hello to be converted into machine understandable thing. But machine again cannot understand this thing as well. Algorithms can understand this thing. Now, make a note of this, guys. Algorithm understand numbers. Algorithms understand numbers and numbers only. Machine understands binary. Machine understands binary. We can definitely convert numbers into binary. That's not a big deal. Algorithm understand numbers. So if you have anything other than numbers, let it be images, let it be videos, let it be text, anything other than numbers, you first need to convert them into numbers, and that numbers you put into algorithms, and those algorithms converted into bytes, byte code, that byte code then converts into machine understandable language zeros and ones, and then the machine executes the, understands the hello, understands the hello. Understandable, people? Was that clear? So to make it happen, people came up with, researchers came up with natural language processing. What is natural? Natural language is nothing but the language humans speak. The language humans speak. And we need to process it. So I have love, I love you. Okay. I love you. I want my machine to understand I love you. First thing that comes into NLP is tokenization. Basically, you divide the entire chunk of information, entire, whether this is text, okay. If you have image, then it will be image. Then that won't come into natural language processing, guys. That's a different thing. That is convolutional neural networking. Got it? How we do it, then you people need to do a research about it. But tokenization. See, anything that you can tokenize. You can tokenize images, you can tokenize videos, you can tokenize text, you can tokenize objects. There are so many things that you can tokenize. Anything that you can tokenize is trainable. Anything that you can make tokens of, you can train it on a machine. But basically, you can make a machine understand that particular thing. Anything that is tokenizable, it is understandable by a machine. Simple. I'll tokenize. Basically, tokenization means dividing or segregating or breaking down information into smaller chunks, or the chunk should be so smaller that it cannot be divided further. That it should not be able to be able to divide further. The basic one is word embedding. Word tokenization. That is, I'll divide first word into one token, second word into one token, and the next word into one token, and the next word into one token, and the next word into one token. I only have three, so I have three tokens. This is one of the way of creating tokens, guys. This is not the only way. This is one of the way. There is other than this. There are ways other than this to create tokens. Okay, those are advanced ways. There comes mathematics. Here we are only dividing. There comes mathematics and so many other stuff. Now I have divided it. So now what I will do, I will represent each as vector. Each word as a vector. Each word as a vector. I will have vector for I will have vector for love. I will have vector for you. And that will come into one more dimension. I have vectors. 1, 0. I'll show you one of the easiest vectors, that is one hot encoding. One, my handwriting today is worst. One hot encoding. One hot encoding. These vectors are also called as embedding, guys. It is called embeddings. Okay. Encoding. Basically, you represent whatever is present as 1, whatever is not present as 0. Here we have three tokens. Okay. So I will divide the vector into 3 parts. I will see if here I exist, then I'll put 1. Love does not exist here. You does not exist here. So I'll put 0. Here I does not exist 0. Love exists 1. You does not exist 0. And similarly 0, 0, 1. Simple. This is the one hot encoding representation. The problem let's say you have a full love letter. Then 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Then for next letter 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. And as long your para is, as long your information is, those many zeros you need to add, and it doesn't be, and it becomes inefficient for the machine to understand. So one-hot encoding is not possible on a larger scale. For understanding purpose, we can use it. For there are other ways to make encodings, embeddings, vectors. There is TF-ID, F vectorizer. There is word to vec vectorizer, word to vec vectorizer, and there are so many other things. You people need to research about that. Got it? Now I have did tokenization. Vectorization is also done. Now I can feed it into my algorithm. I can feed it into my algorithm. My algorithm, whatever I have created, understands this encoding, produces a result. How does does the algorithm produce a result? Generate a bytecode. Now it will generate a bytecode that will be machine understandable, and that bytecode is then sent to machine, and machine understands whatever we are typing. If I'm typing, let's say, let's put a text box here. It is the size, or is it so small? And if I'm writing L, this is also coding, guys. If I'm writing L on my laptop, entering space or moving my mouse, everything is coding, and everything is mathematics again. Okay, everything is coding, everything is mathematics again. Got it, guys? Even this L, how it is printed is mathematics. This 9 being printed is mathematics. This 0 being printed is mathematics. Okay, people. So this is how NLP works. This is how NLP system works. You have a chunk of data that is text. You convert the text into tokens. Those tokens are converted into, you break down this entire chunk into tokens. You then convert these tokens into vectorizers, put those vectorizers into your algorithms, because now this is a number, these are numbers, and your algorithm understands numbers. And then when your algorithm processes it, it generates bytecode. That bytecode is understood by the machine, and machine understands. Now, if you want your machine to produce some result, what you will do? You will produce bytecode, that is zeros and ones. Internally, there will be an algorithm which understands the zeros and ones. This algorithm will then produce the final result. That is, I too love you, for example. I too love you. This thing is one part. This entire thing is one part. This is understanding of information. This is understanding and also producing the result based on the information. Your chatbots understands information, produces information. Summarizes. You have summarizing tools. AI summarizes. Let's search AI summarizes. Put something in here. It will summarize the whole thing. But even that is this whole part. Basically, only understanding part is this much. If they want to produce a result, then there is internal algorithms that your machine can do. Got it, people? That is all about NLP. Of course, we are going to get into mathematics now. And the best thing about vectors is, let's say Python. If I just put Python, if I just say Python to my machine, what is it going to understand? Let's say all NLP we have done. What is it going to understand? Programming language, or snake, or snake. If I put Java, just Java, I will not put anything other than Java. What is it going to understand? What will it understand? Will it understand it as coffee? Or the programming language again? Or a bike? We have Java bike as well. How is your machine going to know the context? Vectors. That's the reason we need vectors. I can represent every single English word into vectors and create a vocabulary. Create a vocabulary. Create a vocabulary. So whenever I pass a new information into my machine, I will train my machine on this vocabulary. What is this vocabulary? Vector representation of all the English words. Vector representation of all the English words. I will train my machine. Now my machine knows how a vector of a word looks like. Got it? Now, if I pass a word Python, Python will come with a context. That is, I code in Python. Let's say in in is here. I code in Python. Now, based on this context, code and Python. So there is somewhere there is code here. The code vector is here. Java vector is here. Python vector is here. Got it? These are vectors, guys. These are vectors. Let's draw the vectors. Is vector 1, vector 2, vector 3. There is C. There is also snake somewhere here, closer to Python only. There is coffee here, bike here. These are also vectors again. These are also vectors. Now, what I can do, based on the context I get, I will calculate similarity score. That's the best part about having vectors. Similarity. How much my code vector is closer to my Python vector? If it is more closer, then they are more similar. How is my coffee related to my Python? There is the distance between them or the angle between them. Angle between them is far away. So I'll say these are not similar things. These are not similar things. How am I going to do this? Mathematics again. I'll find cosine similarity. Something you have learned in our intermediate. Cosine similarity. Cosine similarity. Formula, very simple. Vector of dot product of AB by magnitude of A into magnitude of B. What is A? Let's say Python vector. What is B? Let's say coding vector, code vector. Code is vector of code, is vector of Python. I'll find the dot product and I will then divide the dot product by the product of their magnitudes. And then I have a similarity score. Let's say 0.8. That means they are 80% similar. See, everything is mathematics. You need to give a context, right? If I put Java here, let's say I put Java. Java is too vague. It doesn't have any context of. So it will ask, what are you saying? Are you asking about Java in programming language, or are you asking in uh, some other way? What is it asking? What do you actually want with Java? So if I say coffee. Now it knows a context, Java and coffee. Okay, they are similar, so it will try to find something about Java and coffee. If I say bike, the machine cannot understand your intentions if you do not give the context. Hmm? Based on your previous conversations. It has context of your previous conversation. That is also a context for it. It has given me Java bike now. No, it's just given me the bike. Again, too vague. You mean Java bike, not Java. So that's the way. And how it is saying, if I say Java snake, it will first find the similarity. Based on the similarity, it is going to produce a result. It will say it doesn't have Java snake game implemented in Java. If I say Python snake, it will say Python is a snake, and also you can create a Python code for snake game. So this is the advanced version of what we are discussing, the NLP, very advanced. We use transformer models here, and it has a larger vocabulary of almost every language, So vocabulary, are we going to create a vocabulary? No. People have already created a vocabulary. Are we going to train our models on this vocabulary? No. People have already trained models on this vocabulary. So what are we going to do? We are going to use our pre-trained models. Pre-trained models. Yes, can we do it? Can we make our own vocabulary? Can we make our own models? You can definitely, but if you have millions of dollars or billions of dollars. Anyone who says, I want to create my own large language model and he doesn't have billions of dollars, he's a fool. Because no one, the amount of energy you will require, the amount of computation you will require, the amount of data you will require, the amount of people you will require is very, very high. Very, very high. You can use pre-existing models, that is GPT models, that is Grok that we discussed before, LangChain Grok, not the Grok of X, but of LangChain. Got it, people? We'll use pre-trained models. That's what is GPT. Generative pre-trained transformer. It is a transformer model. It is pre-trained, and it is a generative model. Got it, people? Any doubts? So with vectors, I can find similarity score. I can find how close each word is, how contextually close they are. If I'm saying bank, whether the bank is river bank or a commercial bank, that is money bank, it requires a context for them. And based on that context, it will understand which bank I'm talking about. If I'm saying king, there is a king vector. There is a woman vector. If I pass this two vector, there is a high chance that my machine will produce queen. Because the only vector that is closer to, not the only, the most probable vector that is closer to king and woman is queen. They find the similarity score of these two. They find the similarity score between this and this, and produce the final result, queen. Got it, people? Yes? Where are you people? There are only you people left. Okay. Sahid, Lokesh, Satvik, and Soni. And I have three people here. So 4 plus 3 is 7. Got it? Got it, people? One way of converting is one-hot encoding. You have word to vec, you have TF-IDF. Okay, you can research about these things. These things are again mathematics, but when you do it by your own and understand how previous knowledge, this is not new knowledge, this is something you learned in your 10th, 11th, and 12th, guys. That's it. Based on that, everything is built. And when you see and understand, okay, we use this here. The simple thing like linear regression, that is straight line equation can predict. That will blow your mind. Now that will make you love maths. That will make maths fun. So research about these things. How are not encoding? Why vectors only? Don't we have anything other than vectors? So NLP is done, guys. The overview of NLP is done. There is NLP is a larger subject, very large subject. There are multiple things in that comes into NLP that you can definitely look into. Yes, people. That's it. Till today's class, I'll end it now. If you have any doubts, you want to talk, you can definitely have a talk. I have more 15 minutes for you people. Yes, Sahit, Lokesh, Sony, and Satvik. You have anything we can discuss? If not, then I
Can
will
you,
discuss with the offline people. Yes, Lokesh?
or can we get the recording session of the class?
I didn't understand.
Can we get the recorded session of the class?
Yes, yes, definitely. We are going to post this on YouTube, so you can access from there. I have just yesterday I asked these people and they said we will upload this on YouTube and so that you people and anyone you want to, they can also access it. Plus हो गया जाना है जाना है.
Sir, can you repeat the part that we have to do research for today?
Yes, today you people can. Okay, let's not go deep into NLP. What I want you people to do right now, yes, in your free time you can definitely. But tomorrow's class, PDF we have done. PDF extraction we are doing using PDF Plumber. That is done. Uh, right now I want you people. Hmm, okay, don't do research today. I want you people to do a simple task, that is create a code. Write a code through which I can I taught you how to implement Flask application. Okay, I didn't teach you how to uh, push the data. Okay, that you can do through ChatGPT, or the better way is through documentation, is through other codes. Learning from other codes is also one of the good ways of learning coding. Okay, if you want to use ChatGPT, at least learn the code. Don't copy paste it. Learn the code. Okay, so I want you to create an interface where I can upload my PDF, got it, and use PDF PDF Plumber to extract the plain text, just the plain text. That's it. That's your task today. Everyone, let me write it in the group. That would be better. Yes, people. Your work is that it is also a simple work that I have assigned to you people. Please, I hope everyone does it tomorrow. I do not want uh, like it today, like it happened today. That is, you people didn't do your task. That will definitely affect your overall scoring. Okay. So whoever does it good, do it in a better way. You can add CSS animations and all. It's up to you. But at last, I want a code that is working, which will produce a final result of extracting the text from my PDF. That's it. Got it, guys? And if you have free time, research about vectorization, different ways of vectorizing, embedding. We can also call it embeddings. How we generate multiple embeddings. That you can definitely do. I'll also write that. Okay, guys. Any more questions? Any more discussions? Any more talks? Not about these things, anything other than this. I am here. Talk to me. I can help you with anything. Okay? Tell me. That's it. Nothing. If you don't have anything, you can definitely leave the class. The class has ended, guys. You can leave the class. Anyway, it is ended. Done.
Going with ourselves.